Aloha siblings, my name is Bill and my pronouns are he, him, and his. This video will be gameplay, so I'm going to be playing some Codebreaker while you guys follow along, maybe you sleep, maybe you just chill out, but nonetheless it is an ASMR video. I guess before we get started I will do the obligatory plea for you to like, subscribe, comment, share, all of those good things for the channel to make the YouTube gods happy, and they will continue to favor me and put me into your recommended feed, etc., etc. I also have links inside of the description for my music channel, which is 3 Monks in a Tub. I guess it's at 3 Monks in a Tub, right? And then my vlog channel is at WC Postman. And yeah, those are pretty much what they are, the music channel and me vlogging. Anyway, enough of that babbly stuff, like, subscribe, share, etc., etc. And let's move on to playing the game. Okay, so I guess some basic stuff first of all. You have a little grid by which I guess colored marbles in a pattern to guess a pattern that is, I guess, hidden as in the form of a code, right? Codebreaker. And I have 8 guesses to do it in, and I can put whatever I want down here as a guess, but what I'll get is I'll get a grade for my code guess as to whether or not marbles are in the puzzle at all, and if they're in the correct spot. If it's simply in the puzzle, you get a white marble. If it's in the puzzle but in the correct spot, you get a black marble. I think it will make more sense as I go along, so I will just have at it, shall I? I usually like to start first puzzles anyway, but just a single color. Now, it's not a very efficient way of guessing, but it is pretty easy for me to explain what I'm doing. Okay. I guessed everything red. I got a black marble. That means that at least one of those is in the correct spot. Which all that really tells us is that red is in the puzzle. Right, we just don't know where. So I'll just choose that place arbitrarily, and I will add orange to go for the next guess. And all right, I got 2 white marbles. The 2 white marbles indicate that I have 2 scoring colors. Well, I have 2 colors, so both colors are scoring, red and orange both. But since it's white, that means that they're merely in the puzzle. They're not in the correct spot yet. Now, the good news is that I've tried 4 of the 5 available spots for the orange, and so orange only has 1 left spot to try, and that will be there. So we know that this will be a black marble, because it's the only place left for orange to go. And red, on the other hand, has 4 possibilities. So we'll just pick one of the 4 and then move along. And I will introduce the yellow this time. Wow, okay. Lucky guess. So we know that the orange and the red are both correct, because all I have is black marbles, which means all of the colors have scored, and they're also in precisely the correct place. Now the problem is here, I have 3 yellow, and I don't know which of those 3 places, so I'm going to just arbitrarily again stick the farthest left possible one, and then add the green. Now you don't have to just go left to right the way that I do, but it's just as easy for me to keep track of what I'm doing. Because I often will go, wait a minute, what am I doing? All right, so again, we know that the orange and red are there, going all the way back to here, right? Now, still going back to here, I know that yellow is among one of these 3. However, since we know these two account for those two black marbles, the yellow and the green are going to be referenced by the white. So they're in the puzzle okay, so they've scored that way properly. They're just not in the right location yet. So I'm going to put a green marble in the only spot left for it to try, and we will put yellow in for the next available spot for it. And then I will introduce the light blue marble. And what do you know, again, now I've got 3 black marbles this time and 2 white marbles. So I have all 5 colors, just 2 of them aren't in the right place. But we knew these 2 were right, going all the way back to here. Now we know that because of this spot, green had tried those 2 available spots. The third one left was that, so we know that that in fact is correct. So now I have these 2. Well, there is only the 2 colors left, and there's only the 2 places left. So you just flip them, right? That's all there is left to do. And code cracked. All right. You know, I'm going to just continue with this. I'll flip over and do some ring later. But I'm going to do one more of this in the easy one color to start with mode. Again, just because I think it's easier for me to explain what's going on. And some people have indicated that they're not sure what's going on yet. So, just in case there are some people who aren't sure what's going on watching, I will do one more easy layer, one color, well, not layer, but one color for the first guess, just to get started. Okay, so red, 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 and red, and we accept it. And there is no scoring marbles, so red is out of the picture altogether. So let's try the orange by itself. Okay, the orange is similarly not in the puzzle. So we'll try the yellow. And there we go. And there we go. All right, yellow is in. All right. Now I had been just starting here, going left to right, but just so you can see, it doesn't really matter. I'll start this way and go the other way, right? So it's the position doesn't matter what's going on here. They always do the black marbles first and then the white marbles. So the position here doesn't reflect the position here. In any case, so I know that one of these is right. So I'll choose one. And then now let's try green just to see what that gets us. And so we do have green. So that's fine. Lucky first guess, I guess. And one of these 3 is correct. Just because I think it makes a neat design, I'm going to go ahead and put the green all the way to the left there. And we'll do the light blue like that and see what we get here. Okay, so we know that all 3 are in the puzzle. We know from previously that the yellow is in fact, because of these black marbles here, it has to be in the correct spot. All right, we know that green has to go into one of these 4 spots because of that, the other black marble here, right? But since I got the one black referring to the yellow, but these 2 white ones here, right? They have to be referring to the green and the light blue. And, well, if green can't go here, it's got to be one of these other 3 spots. But if the light blue can't go in these 3 spots, the only spot left for it to take is there. Now I will move the green over one more. And now let's introduce the darker blue, shall we? Wow, nice guess. So we know that all of the colors are in the right spot. The only part that needs any kind of deduction from us, and it's there won't be any real deduction, it's just going to be a guess, isn't it? Because we know that dark blue is correct in one of these two, but which of the two? So I'm just going to arbitrarily choose the right hand one. Again, just that you don't have to do it like left, I just do that habitually. Okay, so we'll put on the right hand one just for shits and giggles, as they say. And let's put a purple in to see what that gets us. Okay, now, since from the previous line we had all black marbles, all right, we know, well here, let's just do this real quick. All right, so we know that these three are all fine, and we know that the blue has to go into one of these two spots from here, but here indicates that, all right, it's not in that spot, so we have to put it over to here. And since we only got 4 scoring marbles, period, now the only thing we have left to do is put the magenta in there. And code cracked. Good job, Bill. And the crowd goes wild. Okay. All right. Let's still play another one of these. All right, I'll do, yeah, why not? I'll just do one more of these, the simple one. I don't know why, I'm just enjoying doing them this way for the moment, so why not keep going, yeah? And so, red is in it, okay. So which of these 5 spots? All right, I don't know, let's just pick one. How about that one? And then we'll introduce orange. Okay, since we only have 1 scoring marble, and from the previous guess we know that red is in it, we know that that scoring marble is in fact referring to the red, but that the red is in the wrong location. And since it is just the 1 scoring marble in white, it is the only correct marble. It just isn't in the right spot, so we'll move it along by 1 there, shall we? Yeah, let's just do that. I just realized I didn't start over here, so do I really want to keep doing it in sequence, or does it matter? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's just go ahead and leave it there, I suppose. The key being, now I'm going to introduce another color. So, here we go. Will we get 2 scoring marbles this time? Nope. Still just 1 scoring marble. Okay, so again, we just haven't found the correct spot for red yet. I need to remember that I didn't start off trying that one first, as I usually do, so I want to make sure I don't forget it and get myself confused later. It may not be that I need it, or need to remember it, but we'll see. Okay. We know now that both colors are in the puzzle, because they've both scored. It's just that they've both scored white. I realize that's really kind of gray, but it's because of the dark mode thing. The software thing I put on here kind of forces it to be dark mode. Well, anyway, I just figured maybe I should mention that in case people hadn't figured out that that's what was going on. Okay, anyway, interpreting the 2 white marbles, shall we? Okay, so it means that both are in the puzzle, but not in the right spot, right? Okay, so green is in the puzzle, but as of yet, not in the correct spot. So it doesn't go here, doesn't go here, here, or there. It only has there to try, so that's it. Now I've got two choices to try for red yet. This one over here all the way to the left that I've yet to try, and then this one right here, which I'm going to go ahead and just try that now. All right. Now let's see what happens if I introduce the light blue. Okay, now I know from talking through this line that the green has to go in this spot here because it's the only spot that was left for it. So that goes there. Now, I have only one more puzzle correct, or only one more color correct in this puzzle so far. And it's the red, which means, hey, what do you know? The red goes here. And the light blue isn't in here at all. So what that does tell us, though, is I have 3 spots left to fill in the puzzle and only 3 colors to try yet. So I know it's these 3 colors is all that there is left. So in they go. I know it has to be some combination of those 3 in some particular order. I just don't know the order just now, but we'll just pick this one and see what happens. Hey, what do you know? Good guess, Bill. Okay, so on that, I will take that as a good sign, and we will proceed, and I'll play one that's kind of more like the way I normally play for my own amusement. Which I usually start with 3 red there, 1 orange, and 1 yellow. Okay. Now 2 of these 3 are in the puzzle, but since the pegs are white, or marbles, whatever we want to call them, they're in the puzzle, but not in the correct spot yet. So I'm going to say red is one of those 2. Just a guess at this point. But I'm trying it in a spot it hasn't been in yet, since I've only got white scoring marbles over here. Similarly, put the orange one there, just to try it someplace it hasn't been yet. Now I could easily try the yellow instead of the orange, but I'm just going to guess those 2 for now. And then I'm going to add in the green and see what that gets. Okay. Now, a few things could be happening. It could be that one of the green is correct and one of these is correct. Or it could be that these 2 are correct and the green is out of it altogether. So, I'm going to say, I don't know which one, because it's kind of, I'm going to say that the red is correct and that green is, well, let's say green's not even in the puzzle. I was going to say maybe that it was yellow instead of the orange, but we don't need to swap that out right now. Although it could be, right? This is still just guessing. I don't know anything for sure just now. Well, except for that some of these colors are in the puzzle. Okay. All right, so, now, it could be that the red and the orange are still correct, but now I only have 3 spots left, so I'm going to try the 3 remaining colors, just to see. Okay. So which ones do I want to go back to? Because what this tells me is that one of these other colors was correct, if maybe not even both of them. So let's see. I think I'm going going to say, yeah, that it is both of them. So I'm going to say that it was in fact red, that we do need for it to be yellow, and that it's these two, so I'll say green one. Oops, I just realized something. If it's the green one, but I'm having red be correct, then the green has to go here, right? Because it doesn't, because of the white marble, right? See, I almost goofed that up. If I'm assuming the red one's correct, then the white marble has to refer to the green. If I'm going to say that the orange wasn't right, which means it has to go where it hasn't been before, which means that there is the only place for it to try, right? Now, in a similar manner, if I'm saying that the red is correct here, then the orange is out, then the light blue has to be correct, and the only spot for it to be is here, because I've covered up the other spots, so we're just going to go with this for now. Now again, a lot of this is still, almost all of it entirely based on assumption at this point. So, but that gets us through these two lines, so I need, well, the red one still, and now one of these three other colors. I'll just say, let's stick in magenta. Okay, well, we know that red's not in it then, don't we? Because back here, red, we're assuming it was in it, and all I got were black marbles, which means that if red is in it, it has to be in that spot. And since I don't have any black marbles anymore, that means it couldn't have been a black marble down here either, right? So red is out. Okay, the good news is that both orange and yellow are for sure in, because I had two of those three colors are in it, right, based on this right here. So that means that looking at this line, that orange is in fact in it, but that orange, since I only have black marbles there, that means orange has to go there. All right. But also looking at this line and our most recent line here, I see that light blue is among the scoring marbles here, of these three here, right? So it can't go in this spot, but it has to go in one of the spots that it did go in on this guess, so it has to be one of these two spots. So I'm just going to arbitrarily choose the left-hand one. We might move it around here in a second, but let's just see what we even get. All right. So looking back here, we know that red is not in it, and we know that the orange didn't go here. So that means that the white marble here referred to this orange marble there that goes here ultimately, at least, right? That's our deduction so far. So that means that green has to be one of the correct fits, but it has to be the black marble is referring to the green, so it has to go into one of those three spots. I've covered up these other two, so the only place left is there. So if I'm pretty sure the orange is right here, right? Because it's down here, right? Well, I'm not pretty sure. I'm sure that's where the orange goes. But I just guessed between this here, right? So if the light blue is over here, the green could go over there. But based on this guess, that the light blue goes right to there, it means that, well, then the green's stuck with being over here. Okay, so now I need yellow. And it just has to go into one of these two spots here. And again, going all the way back to the first row, I know that, well, from this up here, I know that red's out. So it has to be orange and yellow, right? So we know that, well, it doesn't go there, but it's also blocked up by there, so we're going to try it there. And okay, now what's left? So So what do I have here? I have, there's a white peg, here's a white peg, here's a white peg, which means the red is out and magenta are out, which means that the purple is in. All right, let's just go double check right quick here. Yep, we're going to say, although I guess this could be dark blue here, couldn't it? Or could it? Okay, it can't be the purple, although it could be purple, it's just not in that spot. I'm going to say that it is in fact dark blue instead. Right now I'm just going to do a quick check to make sure that this is consistent with all the other guesses and the like. Okay, going all the way back down to here. The red doesn't score, but both orange and yellow do. And they're essentially just flip spots there, so that's fine. That would be 2 white marbles. Here, I get a black marble for the green one here at the end, and a white marble for this orange one there. Okay, so far so good. I get a black marble here, and a black marble here, and the rest of these, like the red, and with light blue, we've already got that, so that's all that there is left, right? The red is out. Okay, good. So now here, okay, the orange is giving us the black one, and the dark blue gives us the white one, and the red is out. The purple is out, and the magenta is out. Right, so just the orange and the dark blue. Okay, and then now that's white, that's out, that's white, that's out, and that's white. Okay, now it's consistent, but it's not necessarily the only possible outcome, but let's see what we get. Okay, so I'm just going to put them in the positions they're still at for now, because when I get to this particular result, where I have 3 black marbles and 2 white, so it essentially means that 3 of them are right, but 2 of them aren't, which means I just need to flip 2. So a lot of times if I just put them up here, and I just kind of look at it and go, which ones can I flip, right? For example, if I start here, I couldn't flip the light blue with this yellow, because that would put the yellow there, which we already know from here it can't be, right? Okay, similarly, could I flip this one here? Well, that would be okay with this one here. Let's double check. That seems like that might work. All right, let's just do a quick run through. So the orange and the yellow check out, and the green and the orange still check out. The orange and the light blue check out. The orange and the dark blue do not check out. See what happens here. If this is where I put it, then that would have to be 2 black ones, so that's not it. So put those back. All right, we know that it can't switch with the orange because the orange is correct where it's at. Although it could switch with the green, couldn't it? All right, let's do a quick check of this. Again, these are fine. Now the green still gives me a black marble there and the white one here, so that still checks out. This gives me a black marble, and this gives me a black marble, so that still checks out. Now here, the dark blue gives me a white marble, and the orange gives me the black marble, right? So that's consistent there, and the rest of these just give me nothing, so that's okay. Here I get a white marble there, nothing. A white marble there, nothing. And oopsie daisy, a black marble. So that is not correct. All right, so that's telling me that I'm not switching the light blue with anybody. So who would I switch it with? I can't switch Can I switch these two? Okay, maybe. Let's see. Let's go all the way down to here again. All right, the orange and the yellow still are white marbles here. The orange is a white marble, and the green is the black marble. Okay, so far so good. The light blue and the orange are still checking out okay here. Right, the orange and the dark blue are still checking out, but the other one's fine. Okay, the yellow one gives me a white marble, the green one gives me a white marble, and the light blue gives me a white marble. Okay, so now light blue, orange, and green are all black marbles, and these two are white marbles. This looks like it could be it. What do you know? Code cracked. All right. You know, just for a change of pace, I'm going to go ahead and do a ring, and then I'll do one more Codebreaker normal, and then probably even one more ring, and we'll see what happens after that. Okay. Now this one is less about logic of position and more to do with memory, really. So again, you're just trying to guess one color in the puzzle, right, of each type here. One, each individual color goes once in the puzzle, so there's going to be 6 of them. I tend to just go in order, going, right to left this time just because of the buttons. All right, that is in fact a white marble. Again, the forced into gray mode, or dark mode, excuse me, forces that to be gray. All right, so we're just going to keep guessing. Oh, I was going to say keep guessing until we get it right, but there, it's already correct. So now I'm going to be in this spot here. Let's try purple. Wow, purple is correct. So now we have to remember magenta goes there, and purple goes there. So now let's add in the dark blue. Wow, okay. So magenta, purple, dark blue are all 3 correct. So let's try the light blue. All right, light blue is in it, but not in the right spot. So let's try it here. And what do you know? There we go. So now the only 2 spots to check is this spot and this spot. So I'm going to try the green here. Nope, green's not in it. So I'm here now. Now I'm here. Now I should be there. All right, so now I should be here. Let's try yellow. Okay, it was yellow. Now I should be here, so I'm going to click once more to keep it. Now this is going to be orange or red. Okay, it wasn't orange. So I should be here. I should be here. I should be here. I think I'm here now. Now this should be red. And what do you know? Code broken. Okay. All right, one more of these at least. Well, yeah, let's just say one more, and then that should be sufficient, I think. Okie doke. So red, and orange and yellow. Okay. I'm going to say that it's, red, excuse me, there we go, and just do it like that. Let's stick in the green here. There we go, and like that. All right. So, good guess. I know all 3 of these colors are in because I have 3 scoring marbles. Only one of them is in the correct spot, however. So, I'm going to try the red here. Try the green over here. Now let's just move the orange over 1 and add the light blue now just to go over what I'm doing here. So I'm just arbitrarily choosing that the black marble is referring to that red, which means the white marbles that are left have to be for both the orange and the green. Well, the only spot left for the green to try is over there, and then now I'm just moving the orange just to the next available spot to try out, and then filling in with the light blue. So this red cannot go here, because if it did, from this row here, that would mean that both the orange and the green were referred to by these white marbles, which means green can't go here in any of these three spots, so it has to go there. That's all that's left, which would mean I would expect to get 2 black marbles on this line, right, for that right here, right? Anyway, so it can't be correct. So if this one's not correct, it means it was one of these down here that was correct. All right, well, which of the two? I'm going to say that if it wasn't the red, the likelihood is that it was the green. So I'm going to say that it was that green there. Okay, but if this black marble is referring to this green, which for right now it's a guess, it's just one of those three. Although it could be none of those, right? It could be this one. That's what the black marble refers to. And no, that wouldn't work either, would it? Nope, it wouldn't. So it's got to be one of these three. Because I'm pretty sure that the orange is going to have to go here. Because if this was correct, I guess the orange could be right, and then the green would go here instead of the red. But the red's going to go here, because it has to go where it hasn't been before, right? Because of these white marbles. Okay. And now let's try the dark blue. All right. I still only have 3 scoring marbles. So that means that the dark blue is not scoring, but that I did put these in the right spots. So the green goes there, the red goes there, and the orange goes there. I only have 2 colors left, and there's 2 spots, so yay, code cracked. Okay, again, yay, code cracked. All right, let's do a ring. Okay. Magenta is out. Purple is in, but not there. Still not there. Still not there. Still not there. There. All right. So now I'm here. Let's try the dark blue. It's in it, but not there. In it, but not there. In it, but not there. In it. So there's the purple. Here's the dark blue. Let's try the light blue. Not even in it. So let's keep the purple. Now I should be over here. Let's try the green. Okay, it's in it but not there. In it but not there. In it there. Okay, so I need to keep this one. I think this is one we're going to try, right? Okay, so now I'm going to keep the purple. And these 2 greens are not right, so let's try the orange one first. Nope, the orange one goes here. Now I should be there. 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 And now I should be here. This should be red, and this should be done. There we go. All right. I think on that lack of sound for now, I'm going to go ahead and stop while I'm ahead, and hopefully this will edit into something roughly around a half an hour in length. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope for some of you who are trying to figure it out that I was helpful at least a little bit. I might do another straight up just tutorial version of one of these again. And there have been a couple I've tried to make as tutorials in the past for those of you who are trying to learn it, and I'm just not doing a very good job of explaining it on these gameplays. You might try one of the tutorials. I know I did one for sure that was just for tutorial, I think. Well, anyway, give that a go. See if you can find those and watch that. Otherwise, put it in the comments that maybe it's time I did another one. The thing is, when I do the tutorials, I don't do them in dark mode, so it makes the colors easier to read and like that. I guess we'll just leave it at that. Again, I hope you had a great time, and I'll see you some other time. Aloha, siblings.